All right, I'm going to give you an update from Knoxville here in just a couple of minutes. Not in a couple of minutes, we will do the whole update within a couple of minutes. It's been a year and there's been a whole lot that we've done in the meanwhile. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about why it is I stopped doing all the little updates that we were doing, and also just reflect on the whole experience and just answer the question, would I do it again? Now, there's a picture right here, once we finally finish the house, where Cynthia and I celebrate. We had the last little bit of work that we needed to do to get the house done. We poured a couple of cold ones and stepped out the front door and snapped our selfie. The whole process, however, it has the up and down, and here's a down. We had a 500-pound branch hit our house, and it wasn't as bad as it looks. It was only a couple of days to repair all the damage and repair everything. When I left you in the last video, we were preparing for putting the cabinets up on the wall. Built the cabinets. These are all custom cabinets, custom shapes and sizes. And here's me doing the electrical install for the oven. It's nice to have the kids around whenever we're doing these kind of things where they can kind of see what's going on. Kids are sitting in the sink cabinet in this photo. And man, it's just, they look so young. So this was such a long time ago. Things have, they've aged quite a bit. We use porcelain tile for the kitchen countertops. And so here's me putting the tile on. We use epoxy grout. That works very nicely for having a custom sized countertop. That works really good. And finally we get to the point where we're going to turn water on the sink for the very first time. That's always a joyful time.
Enjoy so far.
Oh, this is so awesome. No more washing dishes in the garage.
And you got this now.
Ooh, listen how quiet it is. Did you hear how quiet that is?
Well,
it's a big deal to have a kitchen sink, and here's Cynthia enjoying the sink. Now moving on to flooring. Here I did get some help. It's very nice help to have some help from the boys. Sometimes, however, I did go a little slower. Evan helped me with the install of all the appliances in the kitchen. That would have been really hard. It would have been very hard to do without help, so I'm very grateful for that. And here is the initial loading of the dishwasher, very first run.
are we getting this thing loaded up? You
Load it up.
guys loading our dishwasher?
Yeah.
All right.
We'll put those up there.
That's looking good there, Sam. You keep going. All right.
Yeah, is this fun, Sam?
I think we're about, is it about full, you think?
Well, they might have to readjust to make everything fit.
You might.
Wait, look, we can do the top too.
All right, now onto the deck. Here's this video that we had of the before, and really I didn't know what kind of job I had to deal with for this deck. Here's the deck having been removed. It was just sitting on cinder blocks, and here we are putting in the beams and the joist for the deck. I had some help from my buds. Lots of help with the balusters. The kids made that a lot faster, so it's very nice to get the help there. And here's a look at the completed deck. We have been able to use it as a party deck, so that's been very nice. A part of all this deck area, we have a utility area, and it's got the washer and dryer there, and so that's a part of the deck, and that's actually worked out really nicely so far. And we also have some little areas here for sitting. It's kind of nice to be able to go outside with our dinner and not have the bugs take part in our dinner. Here's the video, that before video on the front of the house, and it has all those windows in the front. Looks kind of industrial. We did have a situation where we pulled out 4 of the windows and we put in a big 8-foot window instead. So the framing had to consider the load-bearing wall. Got some steel up in there for the header to make sure that that works right. And here we are hoisting that big window into position. Took 3 of us. Now, here is how the house looks with the window project completed. At the front of the house, I'm very happy with the way the house looks at this point. Now, we did have some fun along the way. That's kind of the end of the whole, our house is getting pulled together. We had some fun along the way. Here's Randy building a fort for the kids using the wood from that old deck. And they have a lot of fun up there on the deck. We went, in the meanwhile, we went with Loretta and Mike to the West Coast. And here we are, I'm showing my considerable photography skills. I just think it's kind of funny. I love my shadow on them. Mike's having a hard time looking at the sun. And here's a pretty cool photo. This is actually not Photoshop. This is a totally legit photo. Here we are having some fun with Brian and his family, and there's a park next to an airport. And so we're receiving those airplanes. Now, why did I stop doing the videos? It was just too stressful with not having the kitchen. It was getting to me. Doing the videos takes a lot of time, and it added delays, and so I chose to forego the videos to get the kitchen done sooner and just get the house finished. That's why I stopped doing the videos. As far as would I do this again, it comes down to this for me. If there's a reason to do a project like this, then yeah, I would think that I would do it again. However, I would not go out and buy a house that's just intentionally buy a bad house situation just so I could spend time building it up. I would not do that. The thing is that this was the only house that was backed up to my daughter and the grandkids and my son-in-law, that whole family, and we have a great time. We have a great time together, and I am very happy that we did what we did, and I would do that again for sure. So for me, there needs to be a reason to do it. It is not something I would consider fun in and of itself. Thank you all very much. God bless. Bye-bye.